evening, everyone. Welcome to 12 Gauge Investigative Podcast. Get strapped in. Let's do this. Let's ride.
All right. Happy Thursday, everybody. My name is 12 Gauge, and this is my channel, 12 Gauge Investigative Podcast. And I have a very special guest, Sonia Dee from Dee's True Crime.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Sonia.
Hi, 12 Gauge. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Weekend's right around the corner.
I know. It's a long weekend. It's always a long weekend for me. I'm always off Mondays.
So how's everything going on your neck of the woods? You're Eastern over there, right?
Yeah, I'm Ottawa, basically. Ottawa, Canada. Yeah. Everything's okay. I mean, crime related, some things have picked up, but I mean, other than that, it's pretty chill. Just been keeping up with whatever's going on with Idaho and all these other the Murdaugh case and all of that. So, but nothing new besides my own little local true crime here.
So let me ask you, since I did a little bit on Murdaugh last night with my guest Carla, what's your thoughts on that? You know, he's potentially. I know I asked you a question and I keep talking. I'm bad about that.
No, go for it. Hey, that's fine because I can ramble, so that's fine with me. So good.
So we were discussing last night, you know, that the county clerk, obviously she wrote a book.
Right.
Caused all this turmoil with the jurors. She even went to the jurors. And so now he's getting a new trial.
Right.
What's your thoughts on that?
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, to have a new trial over this. I mean, I understand tainting the jury pool, you know, it's a big no. Like, no, you know, you just don't do that. But like, well, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, you know, she did like, you know, kind of influence them in this. So it's ridiculous in a way, but then at the same time, I can understand why they're doing it. And I mean, hey, sure, but the outcome's still going to be the same. You're going to waste the taxpayers' money to have a new trial when the outcome's still going to be the same because the guy did do what he did to his mom, to his wife and his son, in my opinion.
So you do believe, you don't have to say in your opinion on there.
I think he did it like 100%.
So I was convinced as well, you know, because like I told Carla last night, I was really tired last night. I don't know. I didn't have very much energy in it. I apologize to my chat and everybody else who watched it. You could probably tell I was exhausted. But getting back to that, I always believed that he did it. He did it as well, you know. I didn't really think. But we were also throwing around
that he wouldn't have had, you know, like just no. I never, it's just like the Koberger. I've always kind of felt that he did it. Like as soon as I saw his face, I'm like, yeah, that's the guy, you know? So, and same thing for Murdaugh. Like, and you know, he was just a crooked guy. Like I've watched his documentary and everything. And, you know, and I've watched like the trial as well. So it's like, okay, well, this guy did it 100%.
So my thoughts are this, you know, since we are talking this case first, my thoughts are this. After he finds his wife and his son, he doesn't help them.
No.
He instantly called 911. At least he did that, right? At least he 8 hours, you know, whatever. But he called 911. And then he walks toward the house. That doesn't compute in my brain.
No, but I mean, the whole thing was planned, right? Like he planned everything that he was going to do. So he planned when he would call, right? I would assume. I mean, don't assume, but I mean, I would assume this based on, you know, the times that he shot them, you know, so, and the time that what didn't he go home or something? There was something that he did that day, and the whole situation was kind of weird. And then, well, he came back home, and then shit went down, and then
Well, he went to his office, I believe. He went to
yeah,
his
he
office.
went somewhere.
He went to his office, and then he came back.
Hmm. Yeah.
What was wild was before his wife and son got killed, if I remember correctly. It's been a while. I believe that him and his wife crossed paths. He was heading one way, she was heading the other, and he
Okay.
turned around. The pings caught him turning around.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Okay. All right.
So I've always thought, that's sus. That is pretty sus.
Yeah. I mean, everything was really pointing to him, just based on the evidence. There was a lot of evidence. He changed, took a shower, I'm not sure if he took a shower, but I know he definitely changed.
But that's what Carter was saying last night. I didn't know that.
No?
But that's what she was saying last night. She said, you know what? When the cop showed up, he was spotless, clean.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you see it on the body cam. He's like wearing his like white t-shirt, all clean, and beige shorts, I think. But anyways, yeah, he was pretty clean. Yeah. Well,
wouldn't you, like she said too, wouldn't you have been full of blood trying to save your family member?
Absolutely. Of course. And you just called 911 and you look like that. Like, anyways, yes. It's quite obvious the guy was like, everything was planned.
As far as looking into, I got to deep dive even more as the time goes on because it's been so long. It's been 3 years.
Yeah, it
since
has
that
been.
case went down. So, I briefly covered it, but I know when I was covering it, I was thinking, okay, I'm going into this with an open mind. I'm already caught a guilter with this other case. Let me, I was open with that one too, but, I was saying, let me go into this one with an open mind and clear eyes. Let me really see what this is all about.
Right.
And I don't see any way out.
Yeah. No, I mean, they're just gonna waste money and go through this again. I mean, yeah, she should lose her career for what she did. I don't know if she did. I haven't kept up to that point, but whoever that girl is, she should have definitely lost her job.
I believe they filed charges on her, and
good. Yeah. I mean, you can't taint the jury pool. So, you deal with it. But I mean, he's still in jail and he's not coming out because of his forgery or whatever charges that he's got. So he can stay there.
Yes, you're right on that. And we talked about, Buster and, all that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Talked a little bit about his son, and the boating accident and all that, I mean, the thing about crime, I don't want to call it true crime because it's not true crime. It's crime.
Right.
You know what
crime reporting. Yeah.
Yes. The thing about crime and criminals is there's nothing perfect. It's not going to be perfect.
Right.
Why it looks so suspicious to a lot of people is because we don't have the opportunity to be there as the crime was committed. And a lot of times in the investigative process, they're not doing a podcast.
Right.
So those investigators are not clipping things together to show the audience. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So
that's what drives people crazy is they want to know. They want to know.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody wants to know. Yeah.
So just like this lady that wrote this book, we have another case that you and I have talked about in the past where somebody else has wrote a book.
Which one? We've talked about a lot of cases.
Broken Plea.
Oh, gosh. I still haven't even read it. I bought it, but I'm going to read it later on. But I'm like, gosh, darn it. It's got everybody in cuff. Like, just like, it's just silly. It's just silly. I can't believe we're 4+ years and we're still talking about this case. Like, I mean, I'll talk about it because it's stuff, but it's not like I'm making it my obsession at all. At all anymore. You can't change the outcome. The broken plea, you can't change the outcome of what's happened. Brian still pled guilty. Brian's still in jail.
So Did you even read the first page? I mean, did you
Oh
read?
no, I haven't read anything yet. Should I go get my book and start reading it? Because no, I haven't read
No.
it, but I like
Go ahead.
it's packed away, so I'm going to read it, but I just not right now.
You know what book I read on here on my channel? Even before before the plea, I was reading the book One Night in Idaho, right? Because I didn't really want to read Blum's book. I didn't care for his style of writing. I tried to read his book. I was like, nah, I'm not into this.
Same.
So I read One Night in Idaho.
Yeah, that one's good.
On my channel, and I thought to myself, this was the very first one. This was the very first book. And that book had so much that we later found out through all this body cam, all this stuff. It basically outlined the whole crime for us.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's While Idaho Slept, One Night in Idaho, and hold on, I have them like right here. They're on my shelf. Oh yeah, One Night the night something. Hold on, what's the Howard Bloom one again? See, I don't like him either, so I don't even remember the name of it.
I Come Calling or something.
Yeah, I'm getting it. Sorry, hold on.
I don't remember the title either.
I'm getting it right here.
I like your backdrop light. They're pretty awesome.
Oh, thank you. Here. So I've got While Idaho Slept, When the Night Comes Falling is the Howard Bloom one, and the Idaho 4. And then I have the Broken Plea in my bag in my bedroom as well. I mean, I know there's a lot in there.
Idaho Slept. Is that the one?
Was that the Idaho Slept?
Yeah, that's the one. The first one.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Idaho, that's the movie thing.
Yeah. I started reading it too. I haven't read like much of any of them. Honestly, I haven't. Like Howard Bloom, I just bought it because I was collecting the books, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I bought it.
You might get Koberger's autograph. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, one day.
According to certain people, you know what, he might do the same thing as what happened in the Murdaugh case, because I mean it's terrible that book is so inaccurate that it's causing such a turmoil among the communities.
Yeah.
You tell me, I bind you to a confidentiality agreement. At what point do you believe that you're not bound anymore, especially when I'm telling you you can't speak on any of this stuff? I'm just
There's
hiring.
no end date. So if there's no end date, you shut your mouth at all times, right?
Right.
So what did the contract say? Did it say, once he pleads guilty, once he's in jail, you can say whatever you want? Does it say that? No, probably not. Right?
Well,
probably.
As far as what I read and what I've heard is that confidentiality, he is still bound by that to this day.
Well, right, because there's no end date. So you would think you're always bound to be, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's why it's so wild. That's why.
Did you watch his interview as well?
No, I watched bits and pieces, and to me, both of them, Turvey and that other dude, they both sound like a bunch of creators on YouTube. I mean, with the way to present the information, it's not really, to me, it's not factually based.
It's not. I don't think so either.
When something's factual, you're able to have the scientific data to back it up. You're able to have, some kind of outcome. There's just not more questions. Like they were throwing questions out there. And it's like, okay, well, you wrote the book and you're prevalent to see stuff we didn't see.
Right.
How come you don't have an answer or a direction?
Right. And my question was always like, what makes him so special where he's an ex FBI agent? Why is he getting all this stuff? What makes him so special to get this stuff? But maybe I'm missing something.
Well, Anne hired him as an expert.
Yeah, she hired him, right? But where did she find him?
He was able to see the whole crime scene. So she was going to ask him on the stand, what's your impression of what you see and da 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 da.
Right.
That's why she said in that letter, well, he's given opinions to things that he has no expertise on. So he's talking about the chain of custody on the sheath, like the binding and the chain of custody form.
Yeah.
And it's been said that the knife sheath was on the floor, it wasn't on Maddie, it wasn't under Maddie, and all this stuff. So
yeah, it's just got everybody, like, everybody's just going at it, and now everybody's re-examining the entire crime. Like, it can't be any more obvious, I think, for me. That car is definitely Brian. He was like just going around waiting for the perfect time, or he was kind of like hesitating, and then he ended up like parking in the back, and then he made his way to the back sliding door, and then he went straight up to the third floor. He knew Maddie's room because of the M and the cowboy boots. So he knew her room was there. He went straight there, and he was pissed off because Kaylee was there. And so she got what happened to her. And then he went downstairs, found Xana, and then Ethan. So, and then left. And I don't know why they're so, I don't know. I mean, was I open to multiples? Yeah, but I mean, I don't think so. So everybody's just going crazy right now. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I listen to everybody and I'll be open to certain things, I'm still open to a few things.
You do a lot of TikToks over there. And I know that, on TikTok, you just swipe for hours and hours and hours, and you get a lot of different views on people's perceptions of, not only that crime, but other crimes. I mean, I've learned a lot about some other things that I never knew existed,
Right.
But as far as the Idaho case, people either, I don't believe that they're ever going to know 100%.
Unless Brian comes out and says something. Like, unless Brian does like a Jeffrey Dahmer type interview.
I don't know if he's gonna. I mean, my question.
That's the only way we'll know, though.
My question to the chat the other night was this, and I was being diplomatic. I'm sorry, that's not even a word. Diplomatic. I was being
words all the time. It's okay.
Yeah, I was being diplomatic when I was talking about this case because, at this point, I already know the outcome. The outcome.
Right.
There's no sense in giving my opinion on the dude. Okay.
Right.
I like to talk on the facts of the case, the inside of the house. I was saying the other night, okay, they tied Brian to Maddie and Kaylee's room, right?
Right.
Never in anything that I learned in my criminology studies, because, I went through all that stuff, the investigative process, all that stuff.
Right.
A year ago, 2 years ago. So never in any of those studies does it say, okay, if you find a weapon or you find a shell casing or whatever in one part of the house, you can't necessarily say that same shell casing or knife killed those people in that part of the house without finding the correlating evidence matches up.
Right.
And somebody was saying, well, maybe the knife wound and stuff like that. Well, I get that. But there had to be something else that tied him to that second floor bedroom. And I've never talked on that before. I started talking about that the other day. And I don't know why I started talking about it, but it just came to my mind because I've been in court and all this stuff, and the attorneys, it's not what you think, it's not what you believe, it's what you can prove. So they would have had to prove Brian was in that second floor bedroom.
Right. Well, yes, but that sheath is the proof that he was there.
Well, of course, I get that. 100%.
But if it wasn't for the sheath, who freaking knows? Nobody, he probably would have got away with it.
Of course.
You
But
know?
tell me, okay, if a crime is committed on the third floor, like if you live in an apartment complex, there's a crime committed on the third floor,
Hmm.
you find a sheath up there. And then there's a crime committed on the second floor, but you don't find any sheath. They're just, there's the wound that kind of match like the wounds up there. So you're thinking, well, okay, maybe it was the same guy, but you can't prove without
Yeah,
evidence that it
right.
was the same guy.
You're
Does
right,
that
and it could be a and that's kind of where and the unknown may be, those unknown two unknowns. Yes, they're still kind of lingering in the back of my mind. Like, okay, so if there's multiples, like I have my theories on that, and
right?
one person's never going to change. Unfortunately, that person's passed away now, but I feel that that person is the other perpetrator if there was another, because they're not going to tell the public, oh, there's no threat to you anymore, da da da. Everything's okay, we have the suspect, there's nobody else. They're not going to let criminals run free without having an investigation going in the background, right?
Then
Until they're found.
if you would have told the public that there's two suspects
Or three or whatever. Yeah.
or whatever,
Hmm.
if that suspect is living in another town, then you start chaos, turmoil, and total chaos over
Right.
in Washington State University.
Right.
It's bad enough you're trying to do damage control in
Right.
Idaho.
Hmm.
What are you going to do? You're going to say, well, we got information that the other perpetrator is probably in WSU. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. I mean, it took them a couple weeks to figure that out with the Elantra. I mean, but I don't know. I just feel like the whole multiple is possible, but I mean, I feel like if it is, well, one of them's passed away, and that's Brent Kopaka. I'm always going to believe that, like until I'm proven otherwise. Because there's no mention of it, and there's four brothers, and the Kopakas had four brothers, so you know, and they refused to give their DNA.
Let me ask you about it. We already talked about I didn't get to ask you, what do you think about the chain of custody and the packaging? Do you believe that the issue is with the writer of the book?
Right.
He's stating that it looks like the same handwriting. They filled it out all at the same time.
Of
Okay.
what? What chain of which? I'm sorry, I missed something then.
You
So
know
what's
where the time sheet is in the envelope, and it's sealed up, and it has
Right.
a chain of custody form.
Okay.
He says one of the things that doesn't add up is the chain of custody. So he said it looks like they wrote the whole
Okay.
thing all at one time. Like they didn't write it when they were taking it out, putting it
Yeah,
back
but
in.
he can't prove that. Like, I mean, you're just going by hunches, right?
But
Like not you, him.
but other people have stated. I was watching Amy Sotoro.
Yeah, Amy
on
Sotoro. Yeah, she's good. Yeah.
I'm watching her on TikTok, and she said the reason that the signatures aren't that relevant anymore because they use the scanning. They have a bar at the bottom and at the top where when you open that up or you view it, you scan it with your card or whatever. So
Okay.
it electronically is filed that this person either checked it out or brought it back.
Okay.
Which makes a lot of sense. We're in such a computerized era.
Yeah.
How would you think that we're doing stuff circa 1988? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Huh. Yeah. I mean, but I mean, that book is something else. Like, I mean, there's so much in there supposedly that is controversial as well with the Dylan stuff and everything. And I feel so bad for her.
Let me ask you something
Yep.
else. It was also stated by, I don't know, whichever one, that Ethan had a clump of hair in his hand, and it was tested but didn't come back to Brian. But they did no
Ethan's own hair, right?
Huh?
It was Ethan's own hair.
It was
The hair, yes.
that was found in his hand.
But where's the picture? Is that the photo he's saying that he saw, that there's like there's a clump of hair in Ethan's hand, and does he like show this photo, or is he just,
Seen that photo on TikTok. I mean, somebody on TikTok has it. I don't have.
really?
I
Because
I
I
don't
know I found
know
on,
where they got it. I mean, I thought all those photos were redacted.
yeah, well, they were. But the thing is that there was a picture of, not of Ethan when it, well, no, I haven't seen that one then, but I know that in the crime scene photos before they were like taken offline because they made a mistake and they showed Xana and whatever. Well, there's a few in there, and I have them on my hard drive here. Gosh, I would have to find them, but there's like some unredacted photos where you see clearly on the ground where the wall bled. You see a big clump of hair with scalp. And he was like,
I've never seen that.
well, I mean, just like the edge, like you can tell, like it's a clump of hair with like, you can, logic is just like it's a part of the scalp, like just a little bit, like whatever. But whatever's on the ground was that. And then in the next picture, it was.
Let me ask you this question, since we're talking about Occam's razor, which is the most logical scenario and the least restrictive mental capacity type thing.
Okay.
So Ethan is found with a clump of hair, and it's brown in color.
Okay.
And we're looking at those three people in that room, supposedly. Who has brown hair? Who is the brunette? There's Xana.
Well, long hair, yeah.
There's Ethan. His is kind of dirty blonde. And then there was Koberger. But he supposedly had a mask on. He had a balaclava, so his hair wasn't exposed unless, So if there was a clump of hair in Ethan's hand, don't you believe the police would have tested? If they tested it wasn't Koberger's.
Yeah.
How are you going to test it without having somebody else's DNA to test it against?
Right, but that's why I feel like it was Ethan's. Like,
you get what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have, that's why when people say, well, it's unidentified blood and da-da-da-da, okay, it's unidentified blood, but they still can redact the DNA from the blood. Okay?
Right.
They can still redact the DNA from the blood to find exactly whose blood that was. So they can do the same with the hair, with all this stuff.
Right.
And you believe that the police were negligent enough to not test that?
They would have. They must have. They must have grabbed that clump, put it in a Ziploc, and tested that.
All they would have had to do was just grab one little lock of hair.
Yeah.
Grab one little lock of hair, stick it in a...
I don't think it was Brian's by any means. And it wasn't Xana's because it was short. It looks like Ethan. Like, as soon as I saw it, I knew it was Ethan's. It's right by where he passed away. And also, like, it's right at the baseboard.
Do you think it's...
That one,
was
anyways.
It down? The picture that I saw, it's like the hand is open like this. And
okay.
There's... Like, could it have been his hair laid over his hand?
See, I haven't seen that photo. I have not seen that. So
I saw it on TikTok. That's
really, I mean,
TikTok gets away with a lot of stuff that YouTube don't.
Yeah, but your account's not going to stay open very long if you do get caught doing that.
Yeah.
Trust me, I lost a banned account. I lost my account at 96,000 followers. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So I'm very careful what I post now. Like, I just won't I don't post a lot anymore because like just guidelines are so crazy with TikTok.
I know. I went shooting with my nephew.
Oh yeah, you can't post that stuff.
I tried to post that with music. Bam, they deleted it right away.
Well, it depends on also when it comes to TikTok. It depends like the usually did you add your own sound or you had a sound already?
Well, I make my own music.
Okay.
regardless if it's instrumentals or, I use AI stuff, to
Right.
create it, use Suno, whatever. I got tired of getting copyrighted over here for other people's music. You know what I
Right.
mean? I started creating my own.
Good for
And,
you.
well, over here on YouTube, I just captioned it differently, and YouTube accepted it. So
Okay.
it's a hit and miss sometimes.
It
You
is.
can't say certain words on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, you have to. Yeah. Yeah. Your stuff doesn't get pushed out if you say murder or
Yeah,
killed or anything like that. You really have to be like, you
right.
know, unalive and red substance and
That is so dumb, isn't it?
it is like, I mean, we're grown-ups, like let us say the word murder, red rum, like anyways.
Right.
Like what the hell. I'm trying to find the photo for you that
I
I'm
trip I trip out when I hear people, I've had guests that talk about the red stuff.
oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
I know, but that's just a TikTok habit. So
I'm like,
I do it
you can
sometimes too,
say
and I'm
what?
like, oh yeah, I can do it
You
here.
can say what? Or they say grape or something like that. You know what I
Oh yeah,
mean?
grape. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, that's a whole other one.
So getting back to that,
Mm-hmm.
along the line of what we were just talking about, as far as seeing the blood underneath, I got that photo. Nina sent me that photo a long time ago. I guess right as soon as it happened.
The one with the blood, like the clump of hair that I'm talking about. You must have seen that for sure.
No, not that one. There was I
The
don't know.
one of Ethan with like the thing.
No, underneath the bed, pulled away from the wall, there's
Oh
a
yeah,
hole full of blood right there.
yeah, coagulated blood too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
I'm
then
looking for the photo I'm
there was
talking
the
about.
blood coagulated right there, like at the top of the bed by the nightstand, which in my thought pattern, that would be where Xana was standing and bleeding, trying to help get Koberger off Ethan. But
Yeah, yeah,
I'm just thinking, I'm just thinking.
it's very possible
I'm not
because
saying that's how it happened, but
going into a room with a man and a female, right? I would go after the man. Sorry, I would go after the man first because he's bigger and he could probably keep me from hurting the girl, right?
of
If I
course.
was, so I would like do put out the man first, you know.
And people wonder why he didn't go after Dylan. I have this theory, but I have a second theory.
I don't think he knew. Did he? Do you think he knew that she was there?
I possibly, I mean, if he really surveyed the house, he would have been knowing his surroundings. You know what I mean?
Unless,
How
yeah, I
many
guess.
rooms in the house, how many people go in and out that are stationary.
Yeah.
I think that he stripped down in Dana and Ethan's room, rolled up all his stuff, was walking out, and that's what she saw that he was holding. Whether that's true, whether that's not, hey.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
But also, what to say he didn't believe or think that she had somebody in her room also that was a male. Then he would
Right.
add another plus another female. I mean, you just killed 4 people and you're tired.
Yeah.
Do you got the stamina to kill 2 more? Come on, man.
No, I think he was really just tired. If he did know that they were there, like I just think like, okay, I got to get out of here. But if everything happened like how Dylan said, then he was walking nonchalantly. Then he wasn't like walking like fast or running out. Like there was never any mention of him running out.
Of course, there wasn't.
Just walking nonchalantly out towards the back. So honestly, and if it is about his vision snow, whatever it's called, that thing that he has with his vision, I mean, then then it's possible that he just like he was glued into getting out of there, whatever, and then he just didn't see her. It is possible he didn't know. He was looking for Maddie, in my opinion. So he knew where she was.
I've always said that he was going to abduct Maddie, but people come at me in various ways. You know what I mean? Not only do I get called names for believing what I believe, but also Because think about Danny Rowland. Think about the people
Mhm.
who he idolized or researched. Danny Rowland, Ted Bundy, those type of people.
Elliot Roger too. Elliot
Yeah.
Roger, an incel at that. So yeah.
So Danny Rowland, did you know
Yep.
this about Danny? Um, he washed the bodies with bleach after he killed them.
Okay.
He couldn't stand the thought of seeing them all bloody, so he washed them with bleach.
Hmm.
So whenever they came in, there was a pretty pristine crime scene because there
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of blood on the bodies.
Okay.
But he also cut off one's head, like we heard that one of the victims almost was decapitated. In the beginning, we heard that. So Danny Rowland and Elliot Roger,
Ted
all those,
Bundy.
Ted Bundy, all those people.
Oh, BTK too. He was obsessed with BTK, and obviously Catherine Ramsland, writing a book on BTK, being the professor.
I mean, if you think about an individual, let's not even know. Let's get Brian out of our head. It's hard to, but
Yeah,
let's get out of
I'm
our
good
head.
with
If you were just researching this crime from today and you never heard about it,
right.
and you were going back, the only thing that's really different is the house is no longer up. So
Right.
you wouldn't be able to, and it's hard to go back online and go to Google Earth and even go up that street or around where the house was anymore.
Yeah.
Can't go along certain roads, everything's black to the past, whatever.
Hmm.
So it'd be difficult to really, if you were going to go back and research the crime from today, let's
Yeah.
say, you know what, Gage, I'd never heard of that crime. There's so many people that I talked to about it. They're like, what? What happened? When was this?
Right. Yeah.
The YouTube world acts like this is something that society talks about every day. And
Yeah.
it's an issue.
Well, it's definitely popular in true crime community. Like it's definitely
Sure.
taken domination of the true crime community in the last 4
Can you
years.
imagine if you were new to the case?
You have so much to catch up on. You'd be so confused. Poor you.
If
If
you
you
heard-
have any questions, come see me. Come see 12 Gauge.
Yeah,
I've been
if you-
following it since week 1.
you saw it on TikTok and you heard all these creators that had all these theories that go against, whatever they believe, you would be confused. You would be
Too
really
much.
wondering, like, okay, if this is the guy that did it, how come these people are saying that this was wrong, that was wrong, this didn't get looked into? Look at
Yeah.
this guy's hand motion. Look at this guy's face. Look at this person lived with this person who lived with this person who knew this person. I mean,
Mhm.
all that would confuse the hell out of you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, and I tried to do it justice as much as I could on my old TikTok. Like all the videos you're talking about Google Earth and stuff. I have so many TikToks of when you were able to go on the road, when you were able to see the house before everything was blurred out. I have it. I even have TikToks of when 1112 blurred out, because 1122 was not blurred out yet, but 1112 blurred out. And then the one across the street blurred out. And then you see a tree blurred out. And then it's like 1980 or 1990 again.
Yeah.
And you can't even go down King anymore, Queen. So I'm
Remember-
so glad I have all my TikToks and I still have
I
them.
think I have videos where you could still, I know I have a couple where you could still go in the house. We looked at one.
Yeah.
We did.
I
Thank
love
God.
that.
Thank God that we were able to do that, because
Yeah.
you can't go through the house anymore.
No, not even on the one site that I would go to, because there's a site that I would go to specifically. Well, again, I have them all on TikToks. Like I have all my old TikToks. They're all saved on my hard drive here. So I have them yearly organized. So I
Wow.
have all those from going through the house, showing Maddie's room, going through like just
I think now you can go on Pinterest and they'll take you like room by room.
okay.
you can't walk through the house like
Like
we
before, like a virtual tour.
did
Well, that
before.
sucks.
And I was thinking I might need to go back and watch that video where you and I walked through the house and Jeff was talking too, because knowing what we know now, that ping pong table obviously was not in that photo. None of the furniture, all the stuff that was laid around, was not in that visual. But it's interesting to see. Do you believe that he tripped going up that step?
That
as he
one
was
step that,
shaking?
yeah, like Whitcomb said, or Turvey, sorry, was it Whitcomb, Turvey, whatever,
Turvey.
Turvey. I just figure everything that Turvey said is actually in the book. At least that's what I'm assuming. So I kind of found out a few things that are in the book based on his interview with those people. I forget their name.
So what
I'm
do you
sorry.
think about his interview? I mean, Turvey.
I didn't watch it all. I did screen record it so I can make some TikToks out of it maybe one day. But I haven't watched all of it. Like barely any. I was working, so I had it like recording in the background just so I would have it. My cat's awake.
I mean, there's a lot of creators that are going back over it and having their own input on it.
I will once I'm reading the book. I'm definitely going to actually make TikToks as I'm reading. As soon as I have a thought about what I just read, I'm going to make TikToks. That's usually what I do. As I'm reading something, I'll be like, oh, I got to make a TikTok about this. And I'll make a TikTok live, like right away,
Right.
based on what I'm going to read. So I'll definitely be doing that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
as if there had been a trial, there would have been an expert for the defense, which would have been Turvey.
Right.
There would have been an expert for the prosecution.
Mm-hmm.
There would have been, these forensic experts, the IGG experts, all these people for both sides. The Celebrite people, the cell phone people, all these people.
Right.
Would have been trying to discuss basically what they're discussing now. What I don't understand, and then we're going to move on from this case.
Good point, actually. Yeah.
What I don't understand is how people cannot believe that the prosecution and the defense really don't ever talk. They make it sound like Ann Taylor, Massoff, and all those people were so siding with Brian that they were against Bill Thompson and, the other lady, I can't think of her name, and Jennings.
Yeah.
It was like a one side versus the other. You know what? This side, the defensive side, their whole job is to present reasonable doubt. They're trying to get their client off. That's it.
Right. That's it.
They have no skin in the game,
Mm-hmm.
But to hear the community talk over there, it was a battle between the defense and the prosecution. The prosecution got, they got more of the win, the blah, blah, blah. No, they didn't.
No, I don't think so.
What happens in the courthouse? The defense goes and talks to the prosecution before the hearing. So which direction are you going to go? Well, my client wants to do this. Okay, well, we're going to go this direction. The only thing, because it's supposed to be transparent.
Right.
There's not supposed to be any hidden agendas like the way people present it. Like they're saying, well, they were going to wait to the end to present this, or they were going to wait. You can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing that neither side knows is how they're going to present the case to the jury.
I wonder how that would have went, like how the opening statements would have went, how the closing statements would have went. I would have loved if there would have been a trial. I really would have.
Yeah,
I was disappointed there was none.
If Thompson went about it the way he did when Brian pled.
You're making up words today.
I do it all the time.
Me too. Oh yeah, me too. Trust me. I say the wrong word at the wrong time. Like it's like it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I do it all the time. I swear it's my age. But anyways.
So think about this. If he went about it the way he presented it from Brian pled, if he just gave that simple dialogue, if he would have presented that to the jury in that fashion, that was lame. That had
Yeah,
no emotional attachment. It didn't make you feel one way or the other for the victims. It was almost like you were just reading a script.
right.
And I can see why people would be like, oh, he was just reading something that was, if that's all they had, they didn't have anything. Well, why would he have, if Brian didn't have to talk, the prosecution didn't have to present how they were going to try the case either.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, I don't think that they talked all the time either, like you said. Like, I just really think that they were both, well, at least for the defense and Turvey and all of that, and whoever they would have brought up as witnesses, they're doing their job. They're just like thinking of any which way that maybe could sway the jury, but it's not going to work. But I mean,
Well, he's a defense witness for a reason.
well, exactly.
He
Right?
wasn't a expert for the
No,
prosecution
no,
for a
no, he's
reason.
definitely yeah, exactly.
There's a reason he's on that side, because
That's right.
his whole point was to create doubt
Doubt.
in the
Exactly.
evidence.
Yeah, and 100% agree with you. And that's what he's doing now. And they really wanted to get their point across, I suppose, and that's how they did it, or that's how they're doing it now. Because look at the true crime community, you guys. It's wild over here. And I'm
I
just
saw,
staying out of it. I'm just like,
I saw somebody started a petition.
oh God, to
Another
exonerate
one,
him.
another one, yeah.
I saw that. Oh
And I
my
was
goodness.
like, do you not understand this? Isn't like a petition to change a law. It isn't a petition to get an ordinance passed. It's not any of that.
To bring back a murderer. Good job, guys.
Right. It's like, how are you going to present this petition
Yeah.
with 5,000 signatures? What are you going to put in the petition? I'm a YouTuber and these are my beliefs, and this is what this creator feels like, and this is what this creator believes, and this
Yeah.
is what this creator believes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
therefore,
perfect.
we should get Brian exonerated.
Yeah.
Well, you
Put
have
him back
one
out on the
problem.
street so he can go after another sorority sister. Yeah.
And
Like,
you know what that problem is? Brian admitted.
exactly.
You
So,
cannot go back on that. And that's why I say a lot of people mean well, but they just don't know the process. They
Yeah.
don't understand the freaking process.
right.
All bleeding heart that believe that, poor Brian is autistic and he could barely walk and blah, 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 he's feeble, all that. Okay, I get that. I get why you feel that way. I get why you it touches your heart. I get that.
Right.
If I hadn't worked with criminals the last 27 years of my life, I might feel the same way.
Right.
The fact that I've worked with criminals for the last 27 years, it's shaped my mentality, especially regarding emotion. You cannot have your emotion be involved.
Absolutely.
Criminal being innocent or guilty, and you have to go on the facts. You cannot make up theories. You cannot make up facts. You cannot make up evidence, because
Right.
everything that Anne was trying to get, the discovery before this and that and the other, well, whatever they didn't get didn't make the evidence that they were going to get to use.
That's
So
right.
the fact that she was saying, well, I can't use this because it doesn't have any voice on it. Okay, well, when it came time for trial, or whenever the last discovery deadline, if she had body cam footage but with no audio, that's what she had to use, or she had to throw that out and say, hey, we ain't using this.
Right. Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
I mean,
that goes with any case. I mean, that goes with any case.
yeah.
I know that you have two local cases that you've been talking about. I take them as two. One was a club
The
murder,
club. Yeah.
and then the other murder. You want to talk about those?
What's the other one? Hold on. What am I like? What
Are they
brain
one and the
fart?
same?
I
Are
know
they
the
one and same?
talk
I
about
thought
the bar
one was
one.
I thought one was at the apartments or something.
Oh yeah, that one's like I haven't heard anything from that one.
Okay.
The one that lived like right by me, yeah, he's in
Yeah.
jail. I haven't heard anything of. It's Canada for you. I haven't heard anything of his case, but for Justine Larche, the one that just passed away April 23rd,
Mm-hmm.
such a touching story. Like honestly, like I worked at that club in 1998. Remember, I told you that I had been a stripper before? That's where I started at the same club in
Was that a
1998.
strip
Yeah, yeah,
club?
exactly. Yeah. So she used to be a bartender there. And then she was opening her own like BDSM club, I guess, like a sex,
Yeah,
whatever, like a
bondage.
bondage thing. Yeah, BDSM, I relate. I love BDSM, but anyways, like it's just like she was opening a club like that, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I'm like, of course, my wheels started spinning. Like it was at someone. She had her opening that night that she died, and they went to the strip club to celebrate because all her friends were there. Like her friends worked there. She just finished working
That's
there,
where you
right?
celebrate. Yeah, that's where you celebrate. You hang.
Yeah. Yeah, you hang out
That's
with your friends. And so she hung out there and Bradley Gerard, he came in and did what he did. Now, I don't know, they did do some testing and DNA testing and all of that at her new club, which was the opening that night. There was drama that night that happened at the bar. And I don't know if it involved that guy. See, like, there's not much information that is being told to us. Um, so I don't know, but I don't know the motive. I don't know if he knew her. Maybe he did. Um, maybe it was pre-planned, but he was charged with second-degree murder.
okay.
And he's still incarcerated. He's not going to come out probably. And his next court date's June 12th. Um, so I'll know more then. Maybe I'm going to try to maybe book the day off or something and try to go to the courtroom. It's like only like 20 minutes away from me,
Okay.
or not even. Like I mean, if I'll have to maybe I'll walk. I don't know, it's not that far. But so yeah, so that's what's going on with that. And it was really sad. He went in and shot her and she died on the scene. um yeah. And we went to her vigil. I brought a few things. I brought a nice candle and stuff, and candles, like a few
Isn't it
candles actually.
isn't it wild to really? I mean, I was
Go through
actually
that.
in Oklahoma where Noah Pressgrove went to high school and all that, and I was even down those back roads and stuff like that.
When it hits
It
home, when it's so close to home.
is so eerie when you're there.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
eerie because somebody lost her life here.
Yeah. It was really heartfelt. Like really, it was just like they're like looking at me and they have no idea who I am, but everybody else that's there is like her family, her friends. They're all crying with each other. And here I am just being like an earth angel. And I'm like and I'm like bringing candles. I'm like asking the person, and I actually like I bought her a pillar candle, and I printed her photo. So my candle is the only one there with her photo. They used it for her main little altar.
Oh
And
wow!
yeah, and I glued crystals, clear quartz on it. So I did like a little thing, and then I brought a few other items for it. Here I am, someone they don't even know, and they're like, "Who's this girl?" But then they probably saw my Facebook because I've talked about it, and I have some of her family following me now on my
Okay,
Facebook.
okay.
So they probably know who I am now. One of the family members, because I posted the photos of the vigil, one of her family members messaged me and asked me for the photos. So I sent them to her.
Do you want to give your Facebook name that way?
Yeah, it's Dee's True Crime.
These,
Yeah, Dee's True Crime, as you see here. Yeah,
and that
and
goes along with every platform that you have something. Do you have something on X? Because I tagged you on
no,
X. It
no,
did.
I have nothing there. I try every time I try to log in, it brings me to another account. I don't know. I don't know how to log into the one account. I don't use X. I don't really use Instagram. My only socials really are TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook for the true crime stuff. Like, but yeah, TikTok, YouTube, and yeah.
I want to
Facebook.
show a video that I made. It's a investigative type video that I made.
Nice.
I gave examples. Let me see if I can find it. I know I put it up. I don't even know if I put it up here on YouTube. Let me see.
It's a what kind of? Oh, it's when you were doing your boots on the ground, right? Was
Yeah,
it one
when
of your
I was
boots
by
on the
the
ground ones?
railroad, when I was by the railroad tracks.
Right. Okay. Well, I know you've been doing some boots on the ground, which is great. Hey, how do I pronounce his name? It's what? How do I pronounce that? How do I
What?
pronounce his name?
Oh, Walt.
Oh, Walt.
His name is Walat. We
Yeah,
call him.
Walat. That's why I had to ask. I'm like, is it Walat or Walt? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Walat.
I see Harris. I'm going to call him Harris. Hi, Harris.
Here it is.
Yeah, let me see
Here.
that. I want to see that.
And I give examples on this because I wanted to give people an opportunity to understand a crime scene.
Hmm.
I started with my GoPro upside down, so it's like,
Oh, we live and we learn.
okay, here we go. Walat, thank you for being here. Can you see that?
Well, I see it upside down. Yeah. Is that what I'm
Okay.
supposed to see right now? Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Hold on, let me turn the
There we go.
GoPro back the other side. Nice.
I tell you, that's my world right there. That's my life right there. Every time I start to do something, it's like,
There we go.
Hold on, let me turn the GoPro back the other side. Nice. Hold on, let me turn the
No.
GoPro back the other side.
also what you got to remember when you're doing a video and you have your YouTube on your phone, you're hearing the echo because I had my YouTube going and it was,
Okay.
and the camera was recording and it was playing, so it's like two different audios. I had
Were
to
you
turn.
live? Is this live?
No, I
Okay.
had shot this and then I uploaded it.
Okay. Did you edit?
Okay. We should have a good angle now.
Yeah.
I turned it
good
back
angle.
the other side up. So we're gonna take off walking. Like I said in the title, there's no better way to understand true crime location than to actually be out in one. You know, back a couple years ago, there was a body found out here by these railroad tracks, and it looked like the body had been dumped, and then the train ran over it.
Oh.
So think about that a little bit. But
It makes
many
the
people
whole area sad all
misconstrue
of a sudden.
how evidence is gathered. And today I want to talk about that a little bit. And what better way to do it than to be on a site where you can have examples. Let's say somebody was near these railroad tracks and for whatever reason they didn't want to live anymore. So they chose to stay on these tracks, and then they got hit by the train. That force of impact would knock them in one direction or another. And as they landed, you would see an imprint of whatever part that they landed on. Like you can see my footprints right there. If the body landed right here, you could see an imprint on where it landed.
Yep.
A lot of times people don't really understand that when crimes are committed, it's not a perfect crime. It's not a perfect crime ever. Part of the body could have landed there. Part of the clothing or shoes could have ended up over here because of the centrifugal force of the impact. How some could have, some parts of the skin or body, an arm or whatever, could have landed over here. But let me tell you the difference between that and somebody being murdered and placed at a location. As you see my imprints right here, you see my shoe prints, right? You see what I'm showing you. Well, if a body is placed somewhere that it wasn't originally killed at, there's not going to be these kind of imprints. It's going to be very leveled out under the body, and you're going to see the force go outward as if the body landed. As I told you I did a primo before I started this live, never go anywhere without your weapon, especially if you're out in the wild like this, because you can never know what or who is out here and you're disturbing their peace.
Right.
So like I'm saying, let's say you're walking around and you stumble upon a skeleton and it has brush grown over it. See, this is thick, so it's an area in here, and you find a bone or you find a skeleton or a skull. Automatically, this becomes a crime scene.
Yeah.
You call 911. Automatically, they tell you not to touch anything, not to go near it, but you've already gone too far, right? So the police come and they corner all this off, the first arriving officers. They are not the investigators. They're not the detectives. They're merely protecting the crime scene. I want y'all to know that. They're protecting the crime scene from any disturbance other than you calling it in. So,
yeah,
you see the yellow tape, and instantly you would, as a investigator, you would quarantine all this area, because look what's here. We see an imprint of a vehicle that left this area. And you're not going to want to step in any of this part, because if you're looking at this angle and you're using a hypothesis, would you not believe that the vehicle came from this area, pulled in here, dumped the body, and then took off back
the
that
same
way?
way it came in. Yeah.
Would you not?
So what do you think so far?
Yeah. So yeah, like I think exactly the car could have, if that's what happened, the car would have come in. Like, how long ago was this crime that you're talking about? Is that like, that's a true story, right?
Well, this one that I'm talking about right now, just a hypothetical, but the other one was a true story. The one that they placed the body on the railroad
Okay.
track.
Okay. Yeah. Oh wow.
This is just a
Jesus.
hypothetical. I happened to see the tire tracks, and
Yeah.
I
So
thought,
that's a good way to go about it. Yeah. You would think the person would. Yeah. Exactly. I agree that they would have came in that way and then went out that way. 100% the same way they came in. And yeah, I mean, if the body is like left on the track, and I agree with you, like it'll go any which way. But it also could stay right on the track and just
or
stay there.
or hang on to the train until it disintegrates.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anything can happen, right? But yeah, once anything is found, that whole area is a crime scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to say, I go on and talk some more. We're gonna watch it, but this area, if there was a body, and I'm always paranoid that as I'm doing a video, I'm gonna stumble across one. That's gonna freak me the hell out. You know what I mean?
No, well,
Like,
yes, but you'll know what to do. You'll know what to do.
Yeah, I'll be like, hold on a second. I'm gonna call 911.
Right.
They're gonna be
Yeah.
like, what the hell were you doing out there? I was doing a video. Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, they can test you, and your DNA is not anywhere near there. So, I mean, I wouldn't even be worried. You're just a Samaritan, like just walking around doing true crime, boots on the ground stuff. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
but I mean, I feel like,
Yeah. Like, keep playing this, and then we'll talk some more. Okay.
yeah,
I don't believe that. Many people would not, because there's nothing to signify what area the body landed. But if you found the skull there and you found various pieces of the body and skeletal remains and decomposition and various stages of decomposition, you would quarantine all this area off. It would become a crime scene.
mm-hmm.
You can still plaster these tire prints or this tire impression.
Yep.
You could still plaster all the way probably out to this area. And if you found any tire tracks, you plaster that. You make a imprint or a cast on that so that you know, okay, this is the vehicle that made this imprint.
Right.
But let's be clear. Just because you see these tire prints or these tire impressions, does that mean that this vehicle dumped the body? If we're being analytical and we're really trying to understand the crime scene, no, that does not mean that this vehicle automatically dumped this body. But when you're doing an investigation, you have to be very thorough. You have to be very thorough, and you have to wonder, okay, is there any other evidence anywhere around? So let's say you find the glove.
I like on Nancy.
While you're looking around, looking around in the brush, you found the glove. Are you going to gather that glove if the body's over there?
Absolutely.
You might, right? But anything that's found on that glove, unless you find anything else that collaborates with that glove, it's going to be hard for you to determine whether that has anything to do with that potential crime scene. Do y'all get what I'm saying here? You're also going to be looking in that decomposed body, whether you see any kind of foul play. Is the body, and you're not going to be able to see that right off the bat. You got to gather the bones, gather the skin cells on the skin if there's still some, and you're going to send that to the crime lab. So all this is quarantined off. You're looking, you're investigating, and you find the skull, you find some of the bones. And it's only logical that you would look back in here as well, because there is an uplifted area up there where somebody could bring the body down and dump it right here. They didn't necessarily have to drive and make this imprint and turn around.
Right. Or a four-wheeler.
Maybe somebody was out here.
Yeah, very good.
And they saw the body and they turned around really fast. That doesn't make them a suspect.
Of course.
It makes them a witness.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
So are you going to use amido black? Are you going to use luminol for the presence of blood? No, you're not.
No, not in this case.
Because there's not any blood on the remains. If there is, you're going to swab that in the lab. You're not going to canvass these tire tracks for the presence of any kind of blood. That's one example. I didn't make those tire prints, so before people start to think I set up this crime scene, I did not. The first time I've ever been out here. And I got this idea because I was thinking, you know what, it'd be cool to actually teach people about these certain things that didn't decompose yet. They've just been dead for a couple of hours. Maybe somebody got in a drunken argument. They're out here partying, drinking. One shot the other or stabbed the other. This is a different type of foundation that you'd be looking for evidence at.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be looking for different types of evidence on this slab. Obviously, you could put fingerprints. You could dust for prints. You could be looking for blood cast off. You can even probably tell which direction the person died. Like if it was, that's a cool piece. I think I'm gonna take that. If the person,
taking a trophy from where you go, eh?
it's almost like brass knuckles. Check that
brass
out.
knuckles. Oh shoot, yeah.
If the person landed on their back in a backward manner, chances are they were shot like this. Obviously, if they landed in a forward manner, they were shot from behind.
Right.
That makes sense? And there's going to be a lot more availability to find out if there's a wallet on the person. Is there any kind of identification? Is there any parts of the crime scene? Is there a bag of liquor? Is there a bottle where you can dust for prints? Is there a bottle that you can swab for DNA? All that stuff will enable you to get clearer blood DNA evidence than over there in that field.
Mm-hmm.
So the way you do this crime scene would not be the way that you did that one or that one that I started with. They're all different. The materials are different. The first one, you would probably look for the soil samples. Look and see if there's any water in their lungs, if there's any kind of, if they were.
I don't know why I said that. After I said that, I was like, what the hell? They didn't drown?
You never know. Maybe they were drowned before they were brought there.
I was like, whoa, 12, you're getting way out there. Hold on a second.
That's funny.
I mean, most people can tell when somebody gets struck by a train. You can tell. That's pretty obvious for seasoned investigators. But for some people like us, we wouldn't be able to tell if somebody got hit by a train or if they got electrocuted by the railroad tracks, whatever it might be. So it's always interesting when you're talking about this stuff, because it's one thing to talk about it on the computer, and it's another thing to give on the spot kind of examples.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this. My name is 12 Gauge.
I love that. That's really good. I like that kind of video. Love that.
Yeah, I posted that one a couple of weeks ago. I did it like on a Saturday. I just went out and thought, you know what, that'd be cool to go out.
I have a few on my channel too of like the local true crimes that I just happened to fall upon.
Cool.
But Yeah, I should do that again. I should do more of that. Exactly what you've done.
I don't know why YouTube doesn't let people know that my stuff's out there. Not
Like
like
what
it
you mean, what for your like for your
for the algorithm. Yeah,
okay. Well, I don't know. I think maybe because I heard something about AI was like frowned upon. So if you have too much AI, and I love it's not AI though. This is like Canva. Like your stuff is
yeah. This
Canva.
is Canva. Yeah,
Yeah. I think you mix in a little AI though, right? With the photos and stuff. But I mean, still, I mean, and I see a lot of channels starting to do that a lot. So I mean, I think it's going to be a thing eventually. But from the last update, they said frowned upon, so they don't push that stuff out as much. But
okay,
anyways, but I mean, like the Canva stuff is perfect. I think it's the AI portion that they don't like, but that could change because I mean, AI is just ruling everything now. So don't quote
right.
me on that, but that's probably why. But on TikTok, I had mentioned to you your stuff was on followers only. I'm like, okay, you need to change that.
Yeah, I
So
would.
it gets pushed out.
I
Yeah,
was like, how come only 4 people are watching that or seeing that? And
it's
then
your
once I
yeah.
just like,
Exactly. So once and consistency is key, honestly. Like, but you're very consistent. So, and you have what 10,000 followers, like subscribers, even. So that's amazing. That's
yeah,
amazing. I've been stuck on 4 point whatever, forever at this point.
it takes time. And I would do in Idaho every night. I was doing a video every freaking night, and I
Yeah,
think I 3 videos a week maybe.
that's
Now I
good.
don't do them all the time. I enjoy the on the spot stuff a lot more, like boots on the ground. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
I
I love
noticed
that
at
so
the
much.
very beginning. I mean, through all these years, I've been to a lot of places. I wish I would have just taken the camera and just been speaking in the camera. I could have uploaded. But hell, you need a damn server by the time you get all this stuff uploaded,
Yeah.
saved. I have if YouTube wipes out, I don't have a lot of my stuff backed up. I don't.
Oh, you need to do that. I have everything backed up. Everything. Everything. But I mean,
Yeah.
I edit my videos on in my DaVinci Resolve, and so I have all my videos backed up because I save them in my published folder, YouTube published folder. I put them all in there. So if I ever lose my account for whatever reason, I'll have all my videos. Obviously they'll be like in my hard drive, not on YouTube, but at least I'll still have them. And it's the same thing for TikTok. On TikTok, you have the option. Did you click that option where you auto save on your camera roll? When you're done the video, it auto saves on your camera roll, and then I just upload that from my camera roll to my hard drive. So that's why I said earlier, like I have my hard drive TikTok folder with yearly, and I have
Yeah.
all my TikToks since 2020 because my main TikTok was I started in 2020 when COVID hit. And then I wasn't always into true crime. I was doing like these voiceover with props. Like I was Peggy, like, Al Bundy Peggy. Like I was like, I would do things like that. Like I would do all
Ah,
kinds of voiceovers and funny comedic things.
okay.
Some like, and then before I got into true crime, I was already at 32,000, but then I gained the rest when I changed my niche to true crime.
Well, a lot of
Um,
my numbers came early on because I was teaming up with different people.
didn't you team up with? And I haven't seen him around lately. I don't know why he's not appearing on my For You page or my recommended. But Daniel,
Who?
drunk turkey show. I haven't. Weren't you with? Didn't I meet you through him? How did I meet you?
I don't know. I don't have a clue, Sonia.
We
I really
we went
don't.
on a live together. No, I don't know how I met you. How did I meet you?
I don't know. We did a live together.
Yeah,
we.
but we
I
met
think I
somehow.
reached out to you. I think I reached out to you. I had seen one of your shorts, and
Oh
I
yes,
reached out to you, and I was like, "Hey, would you like to come on the panel?" And you said, "Yeah."
yes,
You came on the
yes.
panel, and then you went and you went to Tommy's page.
Yes, I did. Yes.
After that, and then you kind of, I didn't see you anymore on anybody else's.
No,
Did you
because
go?
I don't usually go live, but yeah. Rest in peace, Tommy. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. But I thought I had seen you on DT. I guess not. I know I appeared there a couple times.
He
But...
was on my channel. He was on my channel one
Oh,
time.
that's why then. Okay.
He-
Okay, that's where I've seen. Okay.
I've had a lot of different creators on my channel. I mean, I try to keep it open. You know, in the beginning, I thought YouTube, like, you had to create a persona where, you know, you didn't want to be looked as soft or anything like that. So I went a little more aggressive in the beginning than I should have, looking
No,
back.
not really.
But I did. I admit it. I mean, now I'm happier because I'm being who I really am. Whether you meet me out here on the street or whether you meet me on here, you know, I am who I am. And like I just put this up, hit the like button and subscribe if you aren't already. I never say that because I always forget. Like and subscribe.
Never say that either.
Like and subscribe to either one of our channels. I mean, Dee's True Crime, and she also has a TikTok account. I have a TikTok, but I really don't do a lot of true crime over there. I use it as an upload.
An advertisement as well. You advertise your things as well, which is good.
That's another thing that I started doing is advertising, like over there and over here on YouTube and X. I was like, because people say, well, I never get the notification when you're going to be live. Well, you'll see the short, right? Eventually it'll come across your stuff. So
yeah, I shared as well. Like what I would like, whenever the next time, send me the photos that you're using so I can post them as well. And then I'll post it just like how you do, and I'll just basically do like a copy paste of your blurb.
I got the photo that I used.
I love that. I love the photo you have right now
on Google. Your photo?
Oh, really? That one is on Google? I'm sure. I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that one's on Google. You know, I was like, I wonder if there's going to be stripper pictures on here.
No.
I wasn't looking for stripper pictures. I was just saying, oh my God.
Well, actually, that's not true. I used to, back whenever I was younger, right? I think all the girls like in my generation, we all went through like send everybody your photos, like your nudes. We went through that phase, right? So, and then one day I'm at work, right? For a big telecommunications company. And somebody comes up to me and says, Sonia, I saw your photos on this site with the username, block your ears if you don't want to listen, Orally Gifted. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, so what's the photos? He brought me to the page. I'm like, oh my God, these were photos I had taken at Chateau Laurier whenever a dude from England came to see me. And and then those photos circulated on, and this person was using those photos, but they were in lingerie. I was not naked. Sorry. I was not naked. I was in lingerie. So, but no, you will not find those online. But I mean, that's funny.
I wasn't looking. I was just like,
that's funny. But no, you would never find those.
I was thinking about that. I was like, oh shit, what's the search engine gonna show me? And then I was like, I clicked on the images and I thought, oh damn, okay.
Yeah, not only that, at one point I was writing erotic stories and I was posting them on this website. And on that website, there was like a part where you can put those photos. And I think that's where I put those photos, because it was those photos that were in that person's profile. So whoever it was took them from that site, I'm pretty sure, where erotic stories were written. So I have erotic stories there. They're still there. But the photos, I messaged the company. I said, take those photos down. They took them down because I'm like, I don't want them out there. But anyways, yeah. But I'm glad that photo popped up, because that's like my profile photo. So I'm good with that.
Well, I wasn't sure which one to use, the one with the glasses or without, whichever.
Yeah. Well, my profile photo is like definitely the one without, so that's fine. I love that one. That's like my profile photo, like for everything almost.
I mean, that's why I love this concept of the podcast, because we're just sitting here talking and laughing and
Yeah, I hope they're okay. I hope I'm not scaring your followers too much.
if you have any children watching, please,
No,
you be
they
the
should not be here.
moderator. I don't raise your children. You be the moderator of your children's activity.
That's right. Thank you so much.
You
for
know,
saying that.
if I have to raise your child, that means you failed as a parent. So
That's right. It's not our job.
it's your job to moderate. If you think that we're saying stuff that's out of line, well, turn us off.
Yeah, exactly.
Go watch
But
us
I
on
mean, I've got the past. I've got a past. Everybody has a past. So
Of
I
course.
mean,
Of
but
course we do. I
yeah.
was a patron of those places, and I wrote a song called "Haley, Where Did You Go?" It's
Oh
on
yeah, I
my.
saw that. Yeah, I saw the video. It's so cool, actually.
I
I
was
really
like, it was written in reference of a girl that I was like madly in love with, like it during that time of my life. It was like, but looking back as I was writing it, I was thinking to myself, you need to be honest, because every male in America, I'm sure, has these thoughts.
right.
It's like you're given, I see you as a certain way, but you're giving me your vibe on how to take me, how to sell me on taking that table dance. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not reading it
It's a
because I'm getting,
manipulation skill, though.
yeah, I'm giving you 20s, 50s, and 100s. And then
Yeah.
after the fact, I always thought, where did she go? While I was writing that song, I have a whole catalog of poetry and songs and all this
Oh,
stuff,
that's cool.
because when I was younger, we were starting a band, and I was one of the writers, and I got to keep a lot of that stuff. So that song popped up out of a couple songs together.
Hmm.
I was sitting there and I was thinking, I'm gonna name it Haley, Where Did You Go? Because
Yeah.
Haley was, like I started the song on, Haley was a woman chasing her dreams with 20s, 50s, and 100s, like.
I love that. I mean, so many do that, right? And I mean, I don't knock them at all. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, and it's not like, and you're not gonna always be like into coke. You're not gonna. I was not. I mean, I was offered it. I think I've mentioned this before. I was always offered it. Like, instead of giving me a $10 dance or pay me a $10 for a dance, I would be offered, cocaine. No, thank you. I was an alcoholic at the time. And
So was Haley.
and and I smoked my weed, and I still do that. I don't drink, but I still smoke my weed, right? So I'm like, okay, but I would always turn down the cocaine. I would always, always, always. So I've never tried it, and I'm 47 now. Never tried it, thank God. But I think it's a good thing because, like, I have an addictive personality. So if I would have liked it, I would not be probably where I am now. So there's a reason I always said no. But I mean, a lot of dancers were very smart. Like, they went in there, they paid their schooling, they paid for a house, they paid for a car, and they did their job. They did it as a job. But then of course you have a bunch of other girls where they do the coke and all they want is all of that, and they're very bad. Like, I mean,
Fast money, fast times.
yeah.
And
then
I was a regular in those places, especially this place. Like, my friend took me in there one time, and I had never been in one before, and I was hooked. Like,
I enjoy going there. Like, I would go there now.
Personality kicked in as well, and I was hooked.
Yeah.
And then before long, I didn't even have to buy the beer. Like, I would sit at the table, and all the dancers were coming and sitting with me. The barmaid was bringing me free 32-ounce pitchers of beer. I mean,
funny. That's awesome.
I was going to their hotel, swimming with them, and doing all the party stuff.
Yeah.
Because
I hung out with a few guys that I had dances for and stuff, like yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I had good times whenever I was doing that. Honestly, I was like, at the time I had my driver's license, so I was like road tripping everywhere that I would work,
Right.
which was so fun. Fuck, I
Get
love
this,
that.
get this, Sonia. One of my, I thought this, like probably in 98, 99. I thought, you know what? I'm going to interview these girls and I'm going to make a documentary on the life of a dancer. And I thought to myself, I was talking to them and I interviewed different one, but my addiction was so hardcore then, it just went out the window. Had I followed through with that, that might have been the first documentary
Yeah,
on the lifestyle, like following somebody around with a camera
yeah.
and actually seeing the life of an exotic
I mean,
dancer.
I can try to recount
It's,
the best that I can and give you. You can interview
well, I mean,
me.
I lived it. I lived it firsthand. Like
Yeah.
I remember, since we're talking about Haley, I remember seeing bruises on her inner thigh area. Like
But that
really
could be
bad.
from the pole.
Yeah.
That could be from the pole, though. If it's in your inner thigh, when you're on that pole, it's rubbing up on your inner thigh. It could be from that.
That was. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
But she also, decided later on, because she became very, like, we kept in touch through the years. I don't know where she is now, but she shriveled up to almost nothing. I don't know if she had contacted something, but she was really bad alcoholic. You
Mm,
know, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It was sad. She had such a personality about her, but you could tell when she got on that stage, it's all business.
Yeah. Well, that's
Country,
exactly. You
I
put a
could have sat
mask
there
on.
and yeah, she could have sat there and been drinking. She could have been drinking with me for an
Yeah.
hour, but
Yeah.
she goes on stage. All of a sudden, that person she was just talking to openly, all of a sudden, thank you for the dollar, type thing, or
Right.
thank you for the
Yeah.
five, whatever. You know what I mean? It
hmm
just
You definitely have to. Well, I know that's how I really became an alcoholic, is by doing that. Um, so there's no way, the Mike's Hard Cranberry lemonades. I don't know if you guys have them in the States, but I would drink like 24 of those a night. They had to keep ordering. Yeah, yeah. They had to keep ordering cases upon cases for me. Like, so my money when I was strip, I would spend it all on alcohol and cigarettes, because at the time I smoked cigarettes as well. So, um, so I spent all my money on that, and then gas to get around from town to town, and then food and stuff. Like, I made I still made good money, but I did not spend it wisely. Like, I didn't do what a good stripper would do to get a house and pay for her kids' schooling and all of that. I have no children. So I didn't do that. But I mean, so do I have anything to show for it today? No. But I'm sober.
yeah.
I've been sober for years. So
You know what Haley taught me? She taught me that if you drank through a straw,
oh, you get drunker faster.
yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Like,
I will not drink without a straw. And I still drink, but I'm very responsible now. I don't say I have a problem anymore. Like, I didn't do AA or nothing like that. I really quit cold turkey, that and cigarettes at the same time. And
right.
and drinking out of a straw, are you kidding me? It's so much better.
Bro, like the 32-ounce little pitchers, right? You know what I'm talking about,
Oh, you
right?
drank beer out of? Oh, yeah, me too. Actually, I would put one of these straws, the metal straws, in my beer, the beer bottle, and at the time I drank Heineken, so I would like put the straw in the Heineken, and
No, I would drink it out of those little pitchers like you used to get
yeah,
the 32-ounce one.
yeah,
Well, I was drinking like 3 of those, but she's like, here, drink it out of the straw. Or she
Yeah.
came over and started drinking it out of the straw. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Just take a sip. And she's like, no, you got to do it with the straw. So I grabbed the straw. Bro, like I went from 3 of those to like 1.5. It was it was crazy how intoxicated you get.
Yeah, you do.
It's,
Hmm.
it's wild.
I've never drank a drink in my life without a straw.
And I'm not advocating for drinking through a straw, but if you've
No,
never done it and that's your thing, go try it out. Let me know how it goes for you.
true.
Drink responsibly. Please drink responsibly.
Absolutely. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, do not drink and drive. Take an
I know.
Uber, take a Lyft,
Yeah.
whatever.
Lyft is really good. Oh my God. I took a Lyft, I don't know, a few months ago. And wow, what a speedy service. It was great. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't expensive either. Like, truly wasn't. It was really good.
I mean, are you, being a female, are you cautious about what
My
type of
surroundings?
no, what type of driver picks you up? Because I'm not trying to trip you out, but there was a story, and you need to look it up on YouTube, where this college girl ordered an Uber, and somebody was watching, and they just rolled up on her, said they were the Uber driver. She got in. He murdered her
Oh,
miles away.
wow.
Now they have the little Lyft logos in the Uber, but that was before that.
Yeah.
Her law created where they had to have the little stickers.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. But no, I have not heard of that. And I mean, I'm not too scared. Like, I mean, I can't say I'm not scared. Nowadays, at my age, yes, because the world is getting crazier. But I think like in the 2000s, no, I wouldn't have. Like when I say 2000s, early 2000s.
I don't know.
But now, I mean, I got a Lyft the other day. You know, did I go in there a little paranoid? Yes, but it went well. It went well. So, you know, that's just paranoia sometimes. Paranoia gets the best of us, I guess.
Yeah, just don't get too comfortable. Get you
No.
some mace. Get you a small weapon. I don't know if you are allowed to carry weapons.
No, not allowed here, unfortunately. So, you know, but I mean, I think if anybody were to try to, you know, assault me or something, I think I could handle my own. I mean, when I was dancing, I could. It did happen where a couple of people tried, but I fought them back. And I don't remember though, which really sucks because it was one of those times I blacked out, and I blacked out a lot. I was just told.
I've seen some hefty dudes get taken out by little dancers. I've seen them mop up the floor with their ass in a G-string. You know what I mean? It's like, how the hell are you getting your ass kicked with a topless dancer? Like,
yeah. So I mean, it's happened before. Well, at least once that I know of. Once for sure. Like, and I don't remember. I'm just glad the guy didn't press charges. I didn't press charges either because I went after him first, I guess. He said something about my friend, and then I just got up and like smacked him a few. And then he pinned me down on the table and then punched my chest, and I didn't know until the next morning. I'm like, why is my chest so sore? I blacked out. Like, I don't remember. And the bar, I was a stripper then. The bartender, the owner, she's like, do you know what happened last night? I'm like, no. And I'm like, but my chest is sore. And then she told me the story. I'm like, are you kidding me? Holy shit. I'm so lucky he didn't press charges. Like, I mean, and I could have as well, but like, I would have been at fault.
You can't fight when you're drunk. I don't care how badass you are. You get drunk and you get to that blackout point, all it takes is somebody just barely breathing on you, and you're.
Oh yeah, but I don't even know how I got to bed. Like, I mean, at the time, the stripper's room was right across from the club, like on the same floor, just across the hallway. So I just literally went into the next room and went to sleep and woke up the next day sore. So, you know, but I don't know. I don't know. It was a night to remember, or not to remember. I blacked out. So I don't know, but it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. I think I could handle my own, but maybe not now, not at 47. I don't think so, but so hopefully I'm protected.
If y'all see a documentary on exotic dancers on my page, mind your business. If that's so,
right.
I got cameras. I got the ability to interview now. Hell, I might just do field work and go do an investigative piece on life.
The life of a dancer. I mean, I
Once
would
the
love to
lights
see what
go
it's
down,
like now.
once the lights come up and the sun goes down, you ain't leaving that place till the sun is going back
That's
up.
right. Yeah. But I mean, again, like it's a very it's I don't know what it's like now in 2026. Like this is 1998 I'm talking about, like a long time ago.
I've
But
heard that they don't really dance anymore. Like they just stand up there and move. It's not.
it's not like it used to be, eh? Like they don't do the twirls and the hold yourself up on the pole and do some the
I've
things I
never
used to do. I
heard
guess.
because I haven't been at a club
Me
since like
neither.
2004, 2005 when I sobered up.
Same. It's been a
it was no
long
fun going into a club when you're sober because you notice things that you didn't notice before when you were drinking. There's a reason why you drink a lot in those places.
Absolutely. 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 But yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that's very interesting to me. I mean, something
You
I've
ought to do
lived.
you ought to do an investigative piece on, you ought to talk to some girls and get a live going on, or not a live, but like, do a
No, I wouldn't do a live, but I would definitely do like a documentary type video. But I mean,
there you go.
but I mean, I would even, I don't know, I would even do it for myself, I guess. Like, explain
You know,
how.
like how the industry has evolved, how they're dealing with the death of their coworker, stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a touchy one. I don't know that I would like, unless like the family would like to talk to me. I don't, because it's local, right? I don't want to piss off anyone if I say the wrong thing or if I report on the wrong thing or say the wrong thing. And I don't think I would say the wrong thing, but I mean, I don't know because it's local. So, I mean, they'll know who I am, where I am. And, next thing you know, I'm taken out. I don't know. But the guy
go
was
through
arrested. But
go 3 towns over and pick out a strip club, but
yeah, I'll just go to Ottawa. But I
yeah,
mean,
for like a year, 6 months, and get a whole
yeah.
bunch.
Well, I would never go to that club because that club is different. I mean, that club, whenever I worked there was touching allowed. Like the guys can touch. And so I didn't like that. I started there and I said, no fucking way. I don't like this. So I worked in Ontario where you can't touch. And I was strict. Nobody was touching me. Like I was just not like I wasn't making as much money because I wasn't letting them touch me. So, and all the money I would make, I would like use for gas, food, and drink. And so I wasn't making as much as I should, but because I was so strict. And again, I didn't do the cocaine thing, I didn't do anything of that. But I mean, I
I
have
was so
seen it.
naive. I was so naive. I was working at a drug and alcohol rehab at that time. I was a mental health tech, and I was in my full blown addiction. I would party all night, go to work from 3 to 11, get off, party. You know what I mean? I'd be around drug addicts, alcoholics all day, trying to help them while I was out, living the dream, right?
Right.
I was so clueless to that lifestyle. Like, you see stuff back in the champagne room that you're like, oh man, am I really seeing what I think I'm seeing?
Mm-hmm.
You're so mesmerized. That's why the strip club is so habitually forming, because it offers you a surreal feeling that you can't believe that you're actually seeing what you see.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
right there. Even if you touch it, your brain still has. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
it's an illusion.
It's such an illusion. It's a huge manipulation. And
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
The women are all manipulators. So we have to be like, for me, I had to be, but I mean, the girls just want your money, So, I
Yeah.
mean, that's basically what it is. They want the more time with you in the champagne room, the better. Um, Dancers would love me because I would always have these long songs. I don't know if you've ever heard of Typo Negative, but I used to dance to that type of shit, like industrial metal, Marilyn Manson and stuff. I was
Now,
very,
yeah.
yeah. So, Black Number One is like a really long song. Love You to Death is a really long song. So people like the girls would have to charge the customer twice, yeah, like for like 2 songs, sometimes 3 songs. So, anyways, I did a lot of I did a lot of long songs, and the DJs would have to say this is a 2 song, like a $20 song, whatever it was. Anyways, the
Got
dancers would love it, but then at the same time, it's long for them.
That Nine Inch Nails song just came to mind. You make me desecrate you.
Yeah, yeah.
Multitudes of dancers to that song.
Oh yeah, Nine Inch Nails. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I
I-
danced to that as well. I would dance to Ramstein a lot. Du Hast, Creed. I was all into the industrial metal for sure. Tool. No, Tool was after the fact. Yeah, after I quit. But I was always into that type of music. But I went to, like, it depends on the city as well. Timmins was usually that. Timmins is in Ontario. Was usually the heavy stuff like that. And then I would have, like, in Belleville was like, I don't know, more like went through like a Cher, if Do You Believe in Love After Love. I went through a little phase of those, not for very long. Some hip hop and stuff, but I was more gothic, like not gothic. I was always just wearing black with, my makeup like nice and stuff, but I was always in black. So I would always wear that and then dance to dark music.
KMFDM, is that a band?
I'm
Hey,
not
open your eyes, peeps. Thank you for being here. And
Hi.
everybody in chat.
So anyways, yeah. So that's a whole other thing. But I mean,
Sonia came out dressed like Gene Simmons from Kiss.
no way. No. No, the knee-high boots and the
Manson, she came out dressed like Marilyn with the makeup, the eyeball, everything.
yeah. No, I look good. I used to look good. I was like 120 pounds. I was really small back then. It was nice. Yeah. What's
Heard of them all?
KMFDM?
I just don't know who they are. I've
Who?
seen the initials on shirts. KMFDM. He said that's an industrial band.
Oh, I don't know who they are. But
Now I got that Nine Inch Nails song in my head. Damn it!
yeah, Nine Inch Nails really good. Tool is really good too. Love Tool. I like Maynard. Like every band that Maynard's been in, like A Perfect Circle, Audio Slave, all that. Love that. That's my shit. When I go e-bike riding, I'm always listening to that. It's on my phone. It's all I listen to. Like I'm such a I don't look like I would love that stuff, but I freaking love that stuff.
Oh yeah, you do. You look like you have that rebellious side of you. Everybody does, right?
Yeah.
I mean, our generation had that rebellion. We grew up in an era where you party hard, die young, burn the candle at both ends.
Absolutely.
Didn't care. I've seen so many memes where it says, you know what, we'd go party all night, show up to work with 1 hour to sleep with still the band of the club that we went to all
or
night.
the stamp of the club. Yeah.
Smelling like smoke and everything else in between. You know
and
what I
still
mean?
alcohol. Yeah. It's all on the
brushing your teeth with a beer. You know what?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, I'm telling you.
Mouthwash, you just use a beer, squish it around, and spit it out.
Oh my God, the times. Oh, I'm so glad I'm sober. Oh, wow. I mean, I lived. I went through it all. I went through most of it. Yeah.
I don't think the liver would love me very much if I started that lifestyle again. I don't think I could handle it.
No, I can't. Like I have a few drinks or not even. Like the most that I'll have nowadays, like I said, like I never did AA. I just quit cold turkey because whenever I put my mindset to something, I'll stop. So I basically just quit and then what was I saying? Oh my God. I've gotten to that stage where I'm like, what the hell was I just talking about?
You said it.
Oh,
I would follow up and say, me too. If I love it,
oh my God,
I would lock it till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I forget where I was going with that. But anyways, it is what it is.
Drive it like I stole it.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. It's just, I love the stuff that I went through. Like, as much as it was like really like traumatizing at some points and stuff. Yeah, I it made me who I am today. But yeah, quitting cold turkey was really good. But oh yeah, that's where I was going. I don't drink. I don't I don't drink that much now.
Thank you.
I'll have a couple. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'll have like a couple drinks and I'll get so tired. Like I can't get drunk. Like I as soon as I feel that like little once you feel your eyes are glossy, you're like, oh shit, like I'm feeling it. And then I stop. And then I'm like, okay, I gotta go to bed. But oh my God. Yeah, I can't get drunk anymore. Like I'm not a good drunk anyways.
Well,
Like,
I don't drink maybe once social when I go to New Orleans, and that's because you cannot go to New Orleans and not have a drink.
oh sure, yeah.
It's morally impossible. But the last time I went, man, like I said, when you know that that's who you are, the moment you taste that, your body says, "Baby, I'm home. Baby, I'm home."
Or that. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's like everything all of a sudden, it's like your body just wakes up from a coma. And that's how you know. That's how you know it's not good for you.
Yeah.
That's how you know, because it will be the destroyer of everything you love. Everything.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like I mean, like I did go through those phases like at the very early stages of quitting. Like I had like I would say relapse, I guess.
Right.
And it was really scary because trigger warning, like I would beat myself up. I would get so drunk, blackout drunk again, where I would drink like a whole bottle of rye. And the last time I did that, it was Easter and I was at my dad's and I was like beating myself up. Like I was punching myself in the head. Like my whole family witnessed this. Pardon?
Is that a brand? Rye? Is that a brand or is that like
just like hard alcohol rye? Rye makes people angry, supposedly, is what I've come to find out.
Here?
Like rum, rye,
Okay.
vodka, stuff like that. But rye gets people angry, supposedly, and that's what I had that one night. So it's definitely something scary. That was the last time I really, well, no, that was the second to last, but the last time I got drunk, I was good. But I mean, I don't know. It was just a whole thing. Very scary to be like that. And again, I don't remember any of it. My dad told me the next, no, it's not a whiskey. Right. Oh, no, whiskey's it's its own thing. Whiskey's its own thing. Gin's its own thing. Rye's its own thing. Rum's its own thing. Vodka's its own
I've
thing.
never even heard of rye. I mean,
really? Crown Royal. Crown Royal is rye.
Oh, okay. Crown Royal. I know Crown Royal.
Yeah, Crown Royal is rye. And that's what I drank. I drank the whole 40
Oh my
that
God.
one night. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I was the type of person, like I said, like I would drink so many beers and I would drink alone a lot too. After I lost my license the second time, I would drink so much alone at home. I would just go and buy cases
Were
of
you
Heineken.
crying in your alcohol type person before you blacked out, or were you a mean, angry?
No, not usually. I wasn't usually an angry drunk. Only when I drank the rye, which was not very often. Generally, I would just like chill, sing. I was pretty. Overall, I was a good drunk, but whenever I had the hard alcohol, no.
Well, I went through stages. Like in the beginning, it would be like, okay, whatever mood I was in, if I was happy, ready, like
Yeah.
you're in trouble when you start planning to go drink and you instantly start feeling drunk.
Yeah, well, that's a good drunk. That's gonna be a good time. That's
When
gonna
you
be a
actually
good time.
get it, and it's like, okay, this is like I said, it wakes your body up. So,
Yeah.
If I was in a good mood, chances are I would be chill the whole night. But if I was
Absolutely.
already having a bad day, and by the time I got that
Yeah.
buzz going on, it was a bad night. I
Yeah.
remember one time I drank tequila.
Oh,
And
I've
they
never had tequila except for tequila rose. Never had it.
and they say you eat the worm, you start hallucinating. And I was already pissed off because I had just gotten into a fight, and I grabbed it and I chugged it, right, and the worm went down. I didn't start hallucinating. I blacked the hell out. Like I
Yeah.
was sick. It was just nasty. I don't
Yeah.
even like tequila. I don't know why I chugged it. I was trying to
You were
show
just in a mood. You were just in a mood, and
that testosterone filled 12 gauge. That's what it was.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm so glad for growth and recovery and just like willpower, because it's not like, I would say if I went through AA and stuff, I would be in recovery. I still call it that, but I don't know, maybe not, because I just call it willpower at this point, because it's just really what it is. It's just willpower for me to not go back to what I used to be.
Well, this is what I always tell my clients. I used to tell them, whatever it is that keeps you manageable, something that you put before whatever the alcohol was to you in your life, you learn to respect it. Then you're no longer powerless over it because you understand the respect that it takes.
Absolutely. I love
To
that.
have that in your life. So
Yeah.
always use the example of a light socket. Well, you get shocked by one. Are you going to quit using it because it shocked you, or are you going to learn to respect what it takes in order to utilize that?
Absolutely. Exactly.
Powerless to me means that you don't have any control over the matter, and that's not true. You have the control of when you choose to pick up and when you choose to put down.
That's right.
I mean, so
yeah.
Everybody's road is different. That's why when people get into that whole, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. Well, just because it works for you, it's a good blueprint, but let that person work their own program on how they need to get there and stay there.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Makes all the sense. Everybody has their own path, their own way to cope, their own way to deal, their own way to get better. And willpower is a big thing. Like, you need the willpower.
And if you're listening tonight, and we've talked about a lot of different topics, we are in no way glorifying or euphoric recalling. Sometimes you need to remember how bad it really was to give yourself the hope that you can still keep making it good in your life. Because even in AA, they say in order to continue to stay sober, you can't close the door on your past. You can't dwell on it, but it's never a good idea to say, hey, that part of me never existed.
Right.
Because the first chance you get, and you get into that point where you just say, fuck it, there's no stopping you.
Right.
There's no stopping me right now. If I wanted to, it's 10 o'clock. If I wanted to go and buy a case of alcohol, I can't buy booze. I was more a hard liquor drinker than I was alcohol. I mean, beer. I didn't really care for beer, but in the club, you stayed a little more sober longer than drinking Jack and Coke. You'd be out of there.
Right. Exactly.
But if I wanted to do that, there's nobody in this world that I would be hurting, or even anybody to hold me accountable but me.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? If I told you, Sonia, you know what? I'm going to go get fucked up. I'm having a bad day. Fuck my job tomorrow. It's Friday anyway. I can think of a lame excuse not to go. Fuck it, 3-day weekend. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Be responsible. Don't drink and drive.
There's no way that you could say, now 12, you speak a good game. You've come so far, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck about what I've done. It's about right now.
Right.
If you're really in that moment, you get what I'm saying? It's not about what, to a lot of addicts and alcoholics, we don't really give a shit about how far we've come. I'm speaking for myself, okay? I've done a lot of great things, but for you to show me everything that I've done it because I've wanted to do it, not because of the accolades.
Right.
I've never been, I've been in football for a multitude of years, played semi-pro, all this stuff. I did it because I loved the game. Not because people would be chanting my name afterwards and be like, you're so great and blah, blah, blah. That didn't matter to me. I didn't give a shit.
Right.
And I've lived my life that whole way, so I don't know. I'm rambling at this point.
No, but it's true.
That makes sense. You know what I mean?
It's true. We take accountability for our own selves. And like, I mean, you're living proof. I'm living proof that it's possible to like do a 180 with your life.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't excuse who you were in the past. Like who you were in the past is who molded you into who you are today. So do I regret a lot of the things that I did? Fuck yeah. But do I dwell on it? No, because I have forgiven myself for all the toxic stuff I did to myself. Like,
But other than that, the whole process,
the whole thing.
Would you go do it again if you were 20 something?
If I was 27, I probably would have, yeah. Because I mean, well, yeah. I mean, if I was still in my 20s, I would still probably be partying. I would still do the same things that I did before. I would still have the boundaries. I would
like that airplane flying on one engine, the flames and everything going everywhere. But I didn't care. Because you're thinking I'm invincible. I lived through last night. If I don't live to tomorrow, you know what? I've lived a great life at 23. You know what?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, would I tell my younger self? Would I do it again? Like, I don't know. If I had a child, of course, if I would have had a kid, I would definitely would not have taught my kid to do what I've done. Like, I would be definitely like, don't drink. Like, I mean, drink, but drink responsibly. I'd be a hard off. Like, I'd be very strict as a mom, I think, when it comes to that. But if it was myself, I think I probably would have done most of what I've done again. I mean, it was in my cards to begin with. It was in my path in my life, my etheric records, they call it. It was written out for me before I was even born. Everything that I've gone through.
Yeah, the only thing that I regret is hurting the people that I hurt along the way.
Yeah, I didn't hurt a lot of people though. That's the thing. So I hurt myself. I did not hurt a lot of people, but so I mean, I hurt my parents though, and them watching me how I was. That I regret. That I'll always like feel bad for them for having to deal with me how I was. The calls that I would call them, I'm out of cigarettes, send me money. Like, oh yeah, like, oh, it was bad. It was really bad. Yes. So that kind of shit. Yes. My car, like I feel bad for my car because I would like, my dad and I joke about it now because like, I mean, we can get to that point now. It's been years.
Were you one of those that always wrecked her car?
No, but my car would always run into curbs. Well, I would. And I would wreck a lot of my tires. Where my dad would have to like fix my flat and all of that, or fix my rim, or I would have to buy new rims. So, all because of the drinking and driving. So when I did get caught, thankfully, I'm very happy I did. Because like I didn't hurt anybody, but I hurt my car and I got caught because I was meant to get caught. Right. So there's a reason I went home the way that I did when I didn't even have to go that route. I went totally out of my way to go home, which I don't usually do. But again, I was drunk. So, I paid for it. You live and you learn. And, but I got my pardon. So
I have a friend who lived that life as well. And she wrecked her car. She broke her foot.
Oh, yeah.
So her foot forever. I mean, I don't mean to be laughing. If you're watching one day, don't kill me. But she hurt her foot. She's very successful now. So I don't know if she got it fixed or whatever. But at that point in her life, she was kind of walking with a limp, and not really a limp, but she'd kind of um, she'd drag her foot.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah. So no, I never hurt anything like that. I just basically, hurt myself, hurt my car, um, hurt my parents and all of that. And but I don't think I've hurt anybody else. And if I did, well, I apologize. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. But again, you live and you learn, and it's all on how you like go about it to get
of
better.
course, of course. Well, this has been an awesome, awesome live.
I think so too. We totally veered off true crime or
I
crime.
know we did, but you know
Yeah,
what? That's what a podcast is. You
yeah, I
go
know. I love
in
it.
all different directions. You don't have to stay on
Yeah,
one. I mean, it gives the viewer a different perspective of who you are.
yeah, but I mean, I hope that I'm not coming off as like a see you next Tuesday or a failure and whatnot because, like, no, I'm not. But I mean, I have lived, I have done a lot of shit that's like that I regret. Yes. Mostly all including it's all involving drinking.
But you know what? You know what, Sonia? A lot of the people, if they have anything bad to say, are the same type of people who believe Brian is innocent. So that tells
Yeah,
you the mindset of the
yeah,
haters, so to speak. So if
true.
anybody says anything like that, they
I don't care
believe
what people think, really. I just don't.
right. They believe Brian's innocent. So that's their prerogative.
Yeah. I'm an
Everybody has
open book. I've always been an open book. So, I mean, that, like, I have nothing to hide. You know what I mean? Like, I've always kept it real and I'm never going to change.
and that's
Um,
why I respect having you on panel because of the realness. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
you're not ashamed of your past. You're not, you talk about it with such, you learned, you've changed, you've accomplished.
Hmm.
That's all you can ask for in this life is, we all have our battles. We all have our times in life where we're
Yeah.
not at our best. We're not seen at the best. We may think we're looking awesome, but we look like a pile of crap, but
Yeah.
it's
But
not where you start the race, it's where you end up and what you learn
that's
along,
it.
you
That's
know.
it. And it's not even, it's just bettering yourself. It's growth. And my YouTube, before I started the true crime, my niche or my brand, and I still consider it my brand because I'm still living it every day.
Right.
It's like the next phase of yourself, like, like evolving into the better version of yourself, like, through whatever you go through, like mental, spiritual stuff, whatever. And that's always been my brand. I might still bring that back out actually. Like I might kind of switch my true crime to also my next phase. Like I'll kind of try to put it all together somehow. But anyways, like it's like my YouTube has a bunch of videos from my past, like from the past, like going through story times and stuff. So, I've never been a secret. Like I've always like kept it real and being an open book, and it's just better to be that way than to be like a fraud or to be a fake or
Right,
you
right.
know I mean, to me it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, I know who I am, and you know who you are. We've lived, we've learned, and yeah, and we can only like hope to inspire people if they are going through things as such
Of
as what
course.
we are or we did. Then hope
Because
is
we can't change anybody. I don't
no.
care what people say as far as getting behind this mic. I could sit here and beg and plead and give people wonderful advice
Yeah,
night after night. It's going to take them making it their own idea and their own variation of
yeah,
change in order for them to even start the process, much less get to the finish line.
that's it. And it takes a long time. I mean, it took me a while. Like, it took me, but once you're ready, you're ready. Like when
Of
it
course,
comes to
of course.
quitting or anything, any addiction that you might have, as soon as you're ready. Like if you're not truly ready, it's not going to happen. But if as soon
I
as
think
you're ready to do cold turkey, you're really ready.
I think people understand when I'm having those moments of like I find a new hobby or something like with the Suno and stuff like that. Like I don't just post one, I'm posting 5 in one day, and like I'll post 10 lives in a day or uploads or whatever. And I bet people are like, damn, 12, what the hell is wrong with you today? I'm tired of seeing your little X11 everywhere. Like, stop it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
I guess I get into that. But you know what? I've been I had my own practice for like 7 years, and I had to market it, because nobody knew who I was. Nobody knew in the town, who I was, what I was about. So I had to learn how to market my product.
Right.
I already sell product nobody wants, but everybody needs. Recovery. Nobody wants recovery. Let's be honest. Everybody needs it, though, in some sense or fashion. They need a different path.
Yeah.
But by the time my 7 years was up, I was over 23 counties. I had 4 juvenile offices that I was doing therapy for. I had multitudes of individuals that were, coming in to see me. I was doing, drives during November, December, coat drives, canned food drives, doing all this stuff. At one point, I was doing a program where if you brought 2 cans of food, 2 cans of soup or whatever, something canned food, then I would counsel you for just that, 2 cans of soup.
That's
You
cool.
didn't have to pay me. And that's how I looked at my brand, as you're talking about, is if you don't believe in you, nobody can believe in you.
That's it.
I heard Kevin Hart. I watched the roasting of Kevin Hart last night.
Oh yeah, I love him. Oh my
He
God.
said something at the end. He says, I hope you smell me because I'm the shit.
Oh, I love him so much.
I heard that and I was like, oh my God, I might have to steal that, Kevin. I might have to steal that. I hope you don't copyright that because I might have to steal that. If you smell me, I'm the shit.
Yeah, I love that. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to watch it. It's on Netflix, eh? I saw it.
Yeah, if you smell me, that's because I'm the shit. I think it's something like that.
I love that. Oh my God. Jesus.
But Sonia, thank you so much for being
welcome.
Here. I'm sure we'll do it again.
Oh yeah. It won't be until after May, after the end of May though.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
For my audience, I'm gonna have Jennifer Coffindapper hopefully up here.
Right. Yeah.
Monday night. It's 5 Central, 6 o'clock Eastern.
Oh yes, I'm excited for that. Congratulations, by the way, on getting her on here. That's like amazing. That's like good.
Thank you. She volunteered her time, and I appreciate it wholeheartedly.
That's a big deal.
She's a wonderful guest. And I'm trying to line up multitudes of different types of guests because it is a podcast. It's not a true crime talking about the true crime stuff for hours. I mean, as long as we talked about it tonight, didn't it seem kind of boring until we started talking about where we took it?
No, I mean, any live with you is a podcast is like really fun. I enjoy it all. And then, but I really enjoy our flow whenever we talk about other stuff.
Yeah,
because it just flows, I find.
Yeah, like I can't imagine being on here 2 hours and 15 minutes talking about Idaho and the book.
Oh God, no. No. I mean, no.
I mean, hold on, Sonia. I'm gonna go get me a drink. Why don't you pour some of that rye?
No,
let's liven this thing up a little bit.
I'm good, but I think maybe you are right, PKC, because I thought I don't know. I'm stupid when it comes to like alcohol per se. So you're probably right. Rye whiskey is probably a thing. So, but I mean, I had so much fun. Thank you so much. And I'm not even tired. Like, I mean, I'm great now.
That Red Bull.
Yeah.
We're talking about drinking. One St. Patrick's Day, I went and I drank Grey Goose and Red Bull when that was the thing. Because it turned your vodka green, right?
Really?
I have never been sicker. I have never been sicker.
I did not know that.
Stop drinking it because it tasted just like you were just drinking straight Red Bull. You couldn't even taste, you can't
The Grey
generally
Goose.
taste vodka anyways, but
Yeah.
you were drinking just that green drink, and it was like that
Oh my
drank.
God.
You're drinking that drank.
God damn. You say green drink. Oh my God. There was whenever I was drinking at one of the clubs I worked at, sorry, I made up this green drink, or the bartender at that club made this drink for me that included three alcohol things, three different alcohols and lime juice or something. Delicious. I was so obsessed with it and I would drink it all the time. I don't remember what it is, unfortunately. Oh, but
They
my
said
God.
they had a liqueur called sour apple pucker. Did you ever do the pucker
Yeah,
drink?
yeah, I've tried that.
Sour
Um,
apple pucker. And you know what my drink was later on? It was Alizé and Hypnotic.
I don't. Oh, hypnotic. What is that? I've seen the. I
Like
remember the bottle. I can see the bottle, but I don't know what is it.
what?
Vodka? What is it?
It's cognac.
It's cognac. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's such an aphrodisiac. Did you know?
Hey, you don't even know.
It is, eh? You're
Alizé.
drinking on ice, on rocks, and it's so good. I love cognac.
Alizé and Hypnotic. I always wondered how come you heat it up a little more when you hit that bottle. I'd always get that big bottle, and that bottle would be mine. I wouldn't be sharing with nobody
God
unless
damn.
she was
Yeah.
like down for the night. It's like had that little cork in it. Doop.
See, yeah, I see the bottle, but that's not
You
the
know what
cognac
Remy Martin is, right? Remy Martin is pretty
Yeah,
much the same thing.
yeah, yeah. But I don't know what kind of cognac it was that I would drink. I think it literally just said cognac on the bottle.
Yeah.
Whatever it just said cognac on the bottle. It was so good. Oh my God.
When you get so bad that you don't have the money, right? And you usually drink like Grey Goose and the upper level vodka, and you're down to the vodka that's SKOL or McCormick or those
Yeah.
some of the you're like, oh my God, I hope this
The
tastes
cheaper
like
kinds. Oh my
yeah.
God.
It's like this kind of like $25 for a medium sized bottle. The McCormick is like $7.85 for a half a gallon. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
McCormick it is.
Yeah.
I'll just get some good orange juice. That'll make it, that'll
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Oh my God. So much. And not only that, there's also there's like it's a Quebec rum, a spiced rum. It's so good. It's got a little maple syrup taste to it with a little vanilla and banana liqueur. It's a rum. It's so smooth and it's one of the expensive rums too. So it's not like a cheap like whatever
I
rum.
think I've heard of that.
But it's not in the States. It's a Quebec, like from Quebec where I'm from.
Yeah.
It's really a Quebec alcohol only, but
I'll have to give you my Amazon wish list. That way you can put it on my Amazon list.
Yeah, well, if they have it on there, I don't know that they
One
have
of my
it on there.
moderators making me a Amazon wish list.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. You put it in your link tree or something.
Hey, I wonder if Amazon's ever gonna start selling alcohol. I saw the other day where
Yeah, I don't think so, yeah.
Temu is selling meat, chicken and beef. You can buy chicken and beef from Temu.
That's disgusting.
You need to look that up on YouTube. People and on TikTok, they're actually eating beef from Temu, and they're loving it. It's like filet mignon and New York strips and all that. They're eating that from Temu. You get a box and it comes, frozen and all this stuff.
Oh no! What the hell is this world coming to? Now you can buy. I wouldn't even buy food from Amazon just by the time it got to me. I wouldn't trust it. You know what I mean? Like, just no.
Right.
Oh,
I just need to look up a liquor store in Quebec.
Yeah, it's called SAQ. It's SAQ, like Quebec. So it's SAQ. If you look up
So I
Stack,
can just order it directly from them and have them ship it to me.
I don't know if they deliver to the States, but you can try. If
Yeah.
not, well, if I ever go to the States one day, I'll,
Thanks.
I'll get you a bottle,
All right, sounds great.
or I can ship it to you. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
I'll
can probably ship
I'll
it to you.
ship you some Hypnotic. We can trade off.
Oh, we have Hypnotic here. I
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah, we do. But yeah, so yeah, I'll definitely I'll splurge and I'll get you some because it's so good. If you like rum, it's so smooth.
Well, the only rum I used to drink would be Captain Morgan's. I don't even
Yeah.
know so many, but
Yeah, that's just a normal rum, but this one is so good. Even with Coke, like I always do the rum and Coke. And even with Coke, with the little maple, banana, vanilla, I don't know. It's so
man, that
yum
sounds
yum.
delicious though. It kind of like make it a cream soda kind of.
They have the same thing in cream, but the one I get is just the spiced rum. It's just
Okay.
like the brown. It's so delicious. Oh my god. Anyways, and it's called Moonlight.
Moonlight.
Yeah, it's called Moonlight. Very good. It's so yum. Yeah.
I'm
this-
gonna play this song one more time. I played it.
yeah.
I'm not playing it because I think my voice and everything, whatever.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I'm playing it because
I like the photo too. Oh my
it
god.
kind of goes with our theme.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna call it a night after the song's over, okay?
Sure. Well, thanks for being here, you guys. And thanks for having me.
You're
I love
welcome.
being here.
Anytime. Here we go.
I'll mute.
Haley was a woman that tried to fulfill the dreams of her life. 20s, 50s, hundreds, all have left and died. Too many strangers living in denial, spitting their game to Haley's style. She would smile and drink that drink, asking for a dance, trying to be discreet. Haley, where did you go? Has life turned you into a broken bow? Those clacks in the sky on that pole told the world you were in charge, asking for more. Haley, where did you go? Haley, where did you go? Every drink, every line, every fake smile, every shine, the lights hit hard on your chest, those cheeks shaking fast without their beat. You were too strong, too lit. Haley, how did you forget? Haley, where did you go? Haley, where did you go? The end comes near and the young falls off your face. The skin starts to tell a story of a life lived fast. Where did you go? Where did you go? Haley, please say so. Oh, the end of the night ends with a song that becomes her curtain call. Haley smiles and shakes it off, shakes it off. Party girl, did you ever turn it down low? Haley, where did you go? Think about that girl named Haley. Where did those dreams and 50s take you? Click, clack. The end of the
I'm laughing at the
show.
comments.
Haley,
Yeah, it says that, yeah.
there she
Amazing. I like that song, you know. Are you the one singing?
I'm singing some of it, yeah.
Oh, that's good song. That's really a good song. I like
I
I like
wrote the song. I mean, I
yeah.
wrote the song, the concept, and
The
then
lyrics are really good. Like they're very like
sang into
exactly to the point.
I sang into the mic, and I did hit the high part, but I can't hit a high part like that dude did. But
It's
it,
really good. Good job on that. Love
I
that.
mean, it kind of tells the story, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Where
Like
did you go, Haley? Where did you go?
I hope you was that her stripper name or was that her real name?
That was her stripper name.
Okay. So I hope you find whoever she is one day. Her real name.
I know kind of where she is. We were friends on Facebook for a while, but it was different. Like she had this persona. We were both different people at that time.
Mhm.
So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was who I thought I was, and she was who I thought she was, and we had that kind
Absolutely.
of. We were partiers. We were like we clicked really good partying. That's who we were. We were partiers.
Yeah.
There was not like that song sounds like it could be like somebody longing for a lost relationship, but that's not what it was. It was a longing for that part of your life back. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not that
Absolutely.
we were in a relationship where I was pining for her or anything like that. She
You
was
miss that
beautiful.
lifestyle, I guess, maybe
Yeah,
at the same
yeah,
time too. Hmm.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
Haley, where did you go? Where did the part of me that was that person go? You know, at the same
Yeah.
time, it's like a recollection of all that together.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. That's a really good song. I love that song so much. It's and I
What's
like
on
the
my TikTok? You can go and
yeah, I saw it. I know.
play
You
that.
shared it with me. I really like it.
Uh,
Hmm. Yeah.
well, thank you again so much.
You're very welcome. I hope you guys have a
Everything.
good night.
I don't know what day it is, PKC. So I gotta
I
keep.
know it does say like August 5th there, or wait, is that May 8th?
It's in
August 5th
January.
and then May 12th. Where's May 12th? Where does it say May? Oh, here, May 12th on the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, I have too many dates going on there. You're right about that. Very observant.
Yeah. I actually
But you know
noticed
what?
it August 5th earlier on, but I didn't say anything. I just figured it's your Canva. You just maybe have to change the
Hey,
date.
you
But
know what? That's how my life goes. It's like, okay,
listen.
I gotta rush and get this date together, and I'll forget to change the date. There you go.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do that with my banner too, and I forget to change it, and it's scrolling some different date.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, it looks good. It looks good. But I
You
mean, all
never
right.
know, right?
All right. Well, good night, you guys. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm definitely looking forward to Monday with Jennifer Coffendaver. Oh my God, that's going to be so. You guys are going to be
Sure, you
talking
come
true
in the
crime
chat
there.
and at least give us, a like or whatever, say hello, whatever. If you can, I
Absolutely.
understand your work and
I'll be
stuff.
on here. I'll definitely come and support you on that night for sure. Oh my God.
All
I'm so
right.
excited
Thank
for you.
you. Thank you for
You're
being
welcome.
on the show, and I'm sure we'll see you again. Have a
Oh,
good
for
night.
sure.
Be safe. Okay.
Good night, guys. Have a good night. Thanks again, 12 gauge.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. There you got it going on right there. Sonia Dee, Dee's True Crime. Catch her on TikTok. Catch her on YouTube. That's her Facebook as well, as she says. Thank you guys for always holding it down in the chat. Y'all are the real champions of the show. Believe that wholeheartedly. We will continue to get guests in here, and we'll continue to grow together once again. Sometimes you must rise from the ashes to get to the top. You know what time it is? It's time for Maestro to cue that music. But before then,
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to 12 Gauge Investigative Podcast. Get strapped in, let's do this. Let's ride.